In 300 BC, on the sunny island of Cyprus, a wealthy merchant named Zeno set sail on what was supposed to be a simple business trip. A violent storm hit. His ship sank. His cargo gone. His entire fortune wiped out in a single moment. And just like that, the man who was rich enough to buy half the city suddenly owned nothing. No money, no business, no backup plan, just the clothes on his back and an uncertain future. Now pause. Imagine this was you. How would you react to watching your entire life's work sink into the Mediterranean? Anger, sadness, a mental breakdown. Most people would, but Zeno didn't. And this one reaction, this moment, became the beginning of Stoicism, one of the most powerful philosophies ever created. After losing everything, Zeno wandered into Athens and started reading the works of Socrates. And instead of crying himself to sleep for the next decade, he had a realization. I can't control what happened, but I can control how I respond to it. That idea became the seed of Stoicism. A philosophy built around one simple principle. You don't get to choose what life throws at you, but you always choose your response. One shift in mindset, one reframing of reality, and suddenly a shipwreck becomes the start of a movement that survived for thousands of years. Fast forward to today. Tell someone you're into Stoicism and they think, oh, so you just don't feel anything, which misses the point entirely. Stoicism isn't about suppressing your emotions. It's about understanding them, managing them, and refusing to be controlled by them. Stoicism isn't emotional numbness, it's emotional mastery. And that's why it worked for everyone. Former slaves like Epictetus, intellectuals like Seneca, and literal Roman emperors like Marcus Aurelius. Stoicism was for everyone because life happens to everyone. Rich, poor, powerful, ordinary, we all get humbled eventually. Life today isn't that different from ancient times, except now instead of storms, we have deadlines, relationship problems, the economy, unexpected setbacks, and the YouTube algorithm humbling creators every day. Stoicism teaches a simple rule. You're not sad because bad things happen. You're sad because you didn't expect them. We don't cry when it rains because we know rain is part of life, but we panic when life surprises us, even though life is 90% surprises. Stoicism says, expect misfortune, not as pessimism, but as preparation. The Stoics practiced something called negative visualization. Picture the worst outcome. Imagine losing what you have. Be content knowing it could happen. Not to live in fear, but to remove the shock when it does. They also practiced voluntary discomfort. Cold showers, sleeping on the floor, eating simple foods, choosing small struggles to build big resilience. They trained their mind like a muscle, so when life hit them with a surprise, they were already ready. Let's be honest, most people try to solve internal problems with external solutions. Feeling empty? Buy something. Feeling insecure? Get more achievements. Feeling lonely? Start a relationship before healing your own wounds. Stoicism warns, if your happiness depends on external things, it will always be unstable. Cars break, people change, money disappears, and even the things you love can be taken from you. The ultimate goal of Stoicism is simple. Improve your inner self, because relying on external things for happiness leaves you at the mercy of a turbulent universe. Seneca said, "What need is there to weep over parts of life when the whole of it calls for tears?" Life will always contain suffering. Always. So stop trying to avoid pain and start building a foundation that can't be shaken by it. Stoicism isn't anti-wealth, it's anti-dependence. Focus on improving yourself, for yourself. Do things for yourself and only for that reason. not for approval, not for validation, not for applause. Because when your happiness comes from within, nothing outside can take it away. Stoicism's most important idea is the dichotomy of control. There are two types of things you can control and things you can't. Everything else in life becomes way simpler once you separate those two. For example, you can control your effort, your character, your attitude, and your reactions. You cannot control other people, the economy, the weather, the YouTube algorithm, and whether people actually share your video. And yet, most of our stress comes from caring too much about the things we can't control. Epictetus said, "Identify what is up to you. Let go of what isn't." That alone can change your entire life. Imagine someone works hard for 6 months expecting a promotion. He presents his performance report, and the boss says, "No." His brain interprets this as, "I'm not good enough. I failed. Life is unfair." The Stoic view is different. The decision, not in his control. The quality of his work, that is in his control. He should judge his value based on effort, not outcome. Maybe the company couldn't afford promotions. Maybe someone else got it. Maybe the boss had a bad day. Stoicism teaches, your hard work wasn't wasted. It's simply not rewarded yet. A setback is rarely the end. It's often just a pause. And this is where Stoicism gets powerful. You can channel bad experiences into thoughts that give you a unique perspective of the world. Every rejection teaches you resilience. Every failure sharpens your judgment. Every disappointment reveals what truly matters. Stoicism doesn't deny that bad things happen. It transforms them into wisdom. Stoicism stands on 4 pillars. Wisdom. Seeing the world clearly. Choosing the correct response between stimulus and reaction. Courage. The ability to persist and resist. Not fearlessness, but action despite fear. Temperance. Doing more with less. The art of not overindulging in food, money, ego, or drama. Justice. Doing what is right, not just for yourself, but for humanity as a whole. Stoicism says we were born for each other, to help, not to harm. Even Nelson Mandela applied these principles while in prison. Instead of seeking revenge after 27 years of suffering, he chose unity. That's Stoicism in action. Stoicism isn't just ancient philosophy, it's the backbone of modern psychology. Rational emotive behavioral therapy. It helps you challenge your negative thoughts and replace them with rational ones. Logotherapy. It argues that even in suffering, humans can find purpose, a deeply Stoic belief. Stoicism teaches us to rewrite our mental code, to stop chasing external noise and start nurturing internal peace. Stoicism doesn't make life easy, it makes you stronger. It teaches you to expect difficulty, embrace uncertainty, focus on your response, detach from what you can't control, and place your happiness on the one thing that can't be taken away, your inner self. Storms will come, ships will sink, life will surprise you. But if Zeno could lose everything and still build a philosophy that changed the world, you can handle whatever your 21st century problems look like. Because in the end, everything has an end. But your reaction, that's forever yours to control.